detox my system right before I let you go. I heard crime up, bitch, and she pay me a visit, little nigga, just go chase a check. I stay to myself, isolated, little nigga, play crazy, we buck at your neck.
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL, and we are back with another video, man. So a lot of you all want me to react to Betosky's last video, and that's what we're going to be doing, man. I actually skimmed through it. I looked in it to see what gameplay it was, because I'm sure it was a gameplay of him winning, since obviously that's all the YouTubers going to upload. So I figured it's a gameplay of him winning. So I checked it out. I actually remember this game. This game was absolutely toxic. Like, this game was toxic, man. And because if you don't know, like, if people don't know, people just recognize me and Sin. But we also were playing with BTK or AE, or whatever you know him as, Blink. We were playing with, like, honestly, one of the strongest tank players in Mobile Legends, period. And he never plays tank when he plays with me. Like, what's up with that, man? Like, but anyway, man, that's what be going on. That's what be happening. We have literally one of the best tank players in the world we be playing with who never tanks. And it's like, wow. But anyway, yeah, we were playing with Blink. Blink was actually named the guy with the Y name, Yasuo or whatever. That was him on that team with us. So yeah. So basically, what you're going to see throughout the gameplay is no teamwork whatsoever. Me and Sin don't really play Mobile Legends. Like, we play me personally, I play Mobile Legends maybe 6-7 days total every season. Then Sin is honestly pretty much the same. I think he might play a little bit more than me. I mean, and Blink plays every day. Like, Blink, I'm pretty sure just plays nonstop. But then Blink plays Mobile Legends like a top global team player. He plays like a top global team player, so they use certain strategies. They roam a certain way. They have certain tactics. They have certain hero picks and stuff like that. So just being good players and top players don't mean that you all work together well. So that's one thing that you got to understand as well. Like, that's why people were saying that Basic, when he came back to North America, he was a trash player. But then, like, when you realize, no, he's just used to playing with pro players, a high-level pro player is going to play completely different from a top global player in North America. So it may look bad because he's doing something different, but honestly, he plays like a pro and they play like top globals, and it's different gameplay. So basically, yeah, that's just some background story just to set the tone so you all understand what you're going to be watching here. Like, I don't know why people expect me to be some super try-hard competitive player. I'm really not. I don't play Mobile Legends that much. I always say it. I much more enjoy reacting. So let's look at Betosky's video. There go your boy on the Roger. Then they had a Natalia too. That was toxic, bro. Oh yeah, I'm toxic. Look at this. Look at that. Hold on. We gotta go back there. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Hold on, wait. Nah, right here. Look at how I just ran in and attacked them. It got to the point in this gameplay, like, it got to the point where I'm like, yo, y'all not gonna defend towers, y'all not gonna help. The mid lane support's not gonna rotate with me. I'm just gonna get to diving by myself. Since I don't have a team, I'm gonna dive by myself. And yeah, I was going for it. So I was YOLOing it the whole end of the game. At the beginning of the game, I was playing passive, I was farming, I was doing what I had to do, but then the team would not team fight. The team would not rotate, the team would not really do much together. So I was just like, forget it, I'm just jumping stuff. So yeah, I got toxic at the end of this game, I'll tell you that much. I didn't even know that was Betosky though, by the way. I didn't know who he was.
In this video, I will show you how you can easily annoy and destroy the enemy's farm in the early game. In this one, I'm going to use Hilda as the tank. But tanks like Basha, Brock, Hylos, Khalid and Johed work great as well. These are all great heroes to play extremely aggressive in the early game. And to make our early game even more deadly, we have a Natalia as well. So if we just continue to pressure the enemy,
toxic, bro.
We can easily snowball the enemy and end the game rather quickly.
So, the first mistake I want you to notice here is that Selena, at the beginning of the game, Selena is in the mid lane instead of on the buff. So, this is what I mean. Like, a lot of times in North America, you're going to get matched with players who don't really know how to play. Selena can easily help me take the buff, and I also have Retribution, so that's a 100% secured buff. So it does not matter how much you really harass us. Like, we have a team comp to where it should not matter that Betosky is going to pressure. Because when you're using Hilda and when you're using Hilda tank, your job is just to delay the enemies. Like, that's all Betosky should be doing this game, is trying to delay the enemies. But, like, because the team doesn't really know how to play, you got to try to play around the randoms, and it just don't always work out like that. Selena should not be in the mid lane right now. Selena should be in the jungle helping with the buff.
Okay, we got the desired early game outcome. They are all very low in HP, so they either have to go back to base to heal, or if they try to jungle now, we can easily kill them.
Yeah.
There goes Natalia.
Natalia's so toxic,
her first
bro.
prey. After securing the first blood and shutting down their hyper carry so early into the game, this game is pretty much in the bag. Well, that just happened.
Easy reads, baby. That's not enough. That's not enough. That's easy reads. And everybody always say, VeLL don't pan around the map enough. VeLL don't do this. VeLL don't do that, bro. Listen, it's common sense what the enemies are going to do. If you have to pan for every little thing, you probably don't have game sense. Like, some people need to actually look and see that something is on fire before they try to get out the house. But when I start smelling something, I smell the fire. I hear the fire. I use all my other senses. I don't need to just be scrolling around the map looking, oh, I finally see fire. Like, nah, use your other senses, man. But it's not that sweet coming after me, buddy.
First blow instead. XD.
And let's talk about it. All right. So, check it out.
XD.
Look at Tigreal right now. Look at the positioning of Tigreal. So, Tigreal is overextended right now in the jungle, fighting or something. Like, when you're fighting, it should be for something. Like, if Tigreal wins this fight, what does he gain? Nothing. He gains absolutely nothing from winning this fight or losing this fight. But actually, if he loses this fight, he feeds their damage dealer. He feeds damage dealers on the enemy team. If he wins this fight, I mean, a tank just got a kill. It does nothing for the team. So instead of doing something that benefits the team, the tank is kind of just running around out there. But let's take a look at it. So he secured that kill. It gained absolutely nothing. Look, he's now surrounded by 3 enemies, which means one of them is going to get a kill, 2 of them is going to get an assist, and now 2 damage dealers are going to get stronger, and the tank gets even more strong, even more fed. So the tank just got a kill, which did nothing for the team, and the enemies are getting fed now. So that's just to show you.
Anyway, the strategy remains the same. We should take full advantage of our hero's early game strength and continuously pressure the enemy.
It's the only way for me to escape the past.
Yeah, so.
Looking at the map, I noticed nobody from my team was nearby, so I will not fully commit and just try to annoy the enemy without putting myself in too much danger. Just by simply being around them, I'm causing 3 enemy of their heroes to put their attention on me, making them.
Notice Selena has not helped with the. Selena is literally one of the heroes in Mobile Legends that can put traps on a buff, melt it down in seconds, and she's one of the fastest farmers, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Selena is one of the fastest farmers in the game and hasn't come to help with the buff once. Now she's just stepped over,
quite a good amount
but
of
she
farm
still
and
hasn't
not
tried to help
allowing
with the
them to
buff.
gank our lanes. Remember, it's all about the little things that allow you to win in the long run.
Honestly, it was less, like, the enemy team is playing well, they're doing what they're supposed to do, but it's the fact that my team, from the very beginning of this game, were not really doing what they were supposed to be doing. They weren't countering what Betosky was doing and what Betosky's team was doing. They weren't countering at all. So I mean, when you're using a strategy, when one team is using a strategy and the other team is running around like chickens with their heads cut off, yeah, it's kind of going to go in favor of the team that's coordinated. That was a good hook on from Gajin. And that was a good focus from Betosky. Notice how he walked straight through everybody and just only focused me. Look how he walked straight past the tank, ignored both of them. And look at Selena. Selena doesn't try. Selena doesn't. So Gajin had used all of his skills. Gajin was completely. He would have had to run. Instead of trying to help or slow the tank, Selena went for the Gajin and then turned back and went for the tank after I was dead. So, yeah. Sin was trying his best. Like, Sin was making a lot of mistakes as a tank player, but like he's not really a tank main. The tank main on our team is up top lane. That's AE Blink or BTK Blink, whatever you know him by. He's one of the top global tanks in the world. He's one of the strongest tank players in the world.
Just constantly keep putting pressure on the enemies.
So look at this. You have them here. A tank, like Selena does burst damage, but not enough burst damage to kill anybody up in this top lane. And then you have Sin, who's a tank. And he can't really do much either. You have these two in this lane challenging, which is going to accomplish nothing.
For the early game.
Now, see, this is the moment that they actually should have been fighting for something. So they go and fight them in this weird area right here for who knows what reason. They go and they get to taking damage there for no reason. But when they should be defending an objective, both of them just leave and run away. It's kind of like, and that's just what I mean by the decision making on this team. Like they just left the tower. They didn't defend the tower or anything. Like my. And when I say that, when I say the team is doing this, the team is doing that, people always say, "Oh, you don't say what you did. You don't say what it." This is a team game, and most the hyper carry role in particular is based around how good your team, your front line is. You have to have initiations. The team needs to engage. Then the hyper comes in to start cleaning up and dishing out the damage. Like that's what happens. But if the enemies are the ones grouped up working together, your team is not really working together or doing much. It's not really, you don't have the opportunity to attack. So look at that. They just got a bunch of free damage up top.
Mother, I know you are watching over me.
He just got his ult. I don't know what just happened. Let me see. So right here. We knew that the enemies was there. The enemies was there. Sin went into this half health, knowing they have a Natalia, knowing that the tank is there. And Sin goes, just walks into a bush. And also, this lane is not pushed up in our favor. All we need to do right now is clear the mid lane. That's all we need to do is clear the mid lane and then rotate. Like this walking into the enemy's bushes, like, not really sure what the thought process behind that was. Then if the tank gets taken out first for no reason whatsoever, we have to bag up. Because now the enemies have the advantage in that situation. He tried it. Uh-oh. My man's blinked that. Look at how the enemies are rotating. So they're rotating in threes. One thing that you're going to notice is that you have not seen us rotate in threes at all this game. You have not seen you have not seen the three mid laners rotate at all this game. On my team. Sin, he goes and tries to, like, look at this. Sin can turn a good play into a bad play. So, Sin wants to defend this tower. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. He pushes the damage away. He pushes things out of the tower. So now the tower can start attacking people. But then after he pushes it and clears it to where Betosky is taking damage, he proceeds to walk forward for no reason. He challenges a fight with two people right next to bushes where Betosky is going to get a huge advantage. Instead of, like, he pushed them away, Betosky is being targeted, he has to run to the bush. All he has to do is step back now and kill that minion when it comes back in range of the tower. Then he walks away and stands under the tower. That's all he needs to do. Not challenge when there's not a single damage dealer around. Look at this. See, he saw Marta starting to get low and he got thirsty for a kill. Even though Sin is a tank player, he's playing instinctively like a fighter because that's his main role. That's the main role that he plays. So yeah.
Or Tigreal.
He's making bad decisions as the tank.
We kept trying to ult, but our stun is interrupting his casting animation. I think they should make Tigreal's ultimate not get cancelled by control effect. Do you think that will be too OP?
Yeah, now see if Tigreal would have bought time, he would have had two teammates come up to help him, and he wouldn't be constantly feeding the enemies. Well, he would have had two teammates come up to help him. Look at that. So you see what Blink did? Or his name is Yasuo in the gameplay. He cleared the lane. He knew the enemies was close by. He cleared the lane and back up to the safety of the tower. Didn't try to go around looking for people. Didn't step in random bushes. Didn't try to attack anything. We're behind in goal. The score is 9-2. He's not just overextending. He's clearing the lane and backing up, which is the best thing. And if you can look in the mid lane right now, you can see me in the mid lane doing the same thing. Everybody's trying not to overextend, but Sin is somehow walking around just jumping in, getting in fights, attacking people. It's tanking is so important in Mobile Legends, man. Blink is tweaking right now. Yeah, that's not a fight he should have taken. That's not a fight he should have taken whatsoever. He overextended and stayed there too long. It was 4 people there.
I'm telling you, the wall is pretty OP in this game. Please, Moonton, nerf it in the next update. Here, you can see I will just tank all the turret shots so the damage dealers can comfortably turret dive the enemy. Try to do
Yeah, so that was a fight that didn't need to be taken as well. Actually, let me see how that... So, they dove Selena. So, let me see.
The wall is...
They dove Selena and he instantly engaged into a fight when he could have just cleared the lane, let that go, and then just rotated. Rotated mid.
Please, Moonton, nerf it in the next update. Here, you can see I will just tank all the turret shots so the damage dealers can comfortably turret dive the enemy. Try to do this more.
That was a very good play by Betosky though.
Number advantage, and you still have a good amount of HP. You might also wonder, why didn't you simply go in and attack him as well? But if he managed to stun me, I will probably end up dying as well. So why risk it when we can just get a guaranteed kill without being in danger myself? Anyway, just 5 minutes into the game, I already got max stack for Hilda's ultimate. If you play really aggressively right from the start of the game...
So as you can see, the enemies have been fed 12 kills. I think at this point I've died once or twice. So my team is just feeding. And Sin keeps going in, diving without the team. You can probably tell why I was frustrated this game. It's getting towards the end where I'm just going to be like, forget it, man. I think I tried to surrender. Nobody would surrender. So I just started running out, diving, trying to kill. And that's just what happened. But yeah.
Your chance of getting max stats sooner will be increased by a lot.
Look at that. More trash damage. That's more trash damage. So watch this. Let me see. So Sin sees Betosky right here. Hilda's passive makes her stronger in bushes. He walks in a bush. Sin then proceeds to walk into that same bush where Hilda's going to have the advantage and gets bursted down once again.
I was trying to use execute, but it just didn't activate.
He got away. He got away this time, but I mean, yeah, don't overextend on Daddy. But luckily we had teammates there that time, so we could secure that kill.
It just didn't activate. Sad face.
Selena just got wiped out. So look at everyone's feeding, everyone's dying at this point. I think if I recall, I'm like 2-2 and something, I don't know. But yeah, it's like this game is over at this point. Because we wasn't, not a single lane was winning, not a single lane pushed. Like, it was just everyone wasn't really working. Everyone wasn't on the same page. Everyone was making mistakes.
I thought that my teammates went to do the turtle, so I would just try to distract the enemy without really committing.
An ally has slain the turtle.
Since we have such an advantage, we should just keep pressuring the enemies and not allow them to farm the jungle or anywhere else. But I think I put too much pressure on Natalia, that she didn't even notice Selena's trap.
That was nice from Betosky. That was a nice engagement from Betosky. Even though he baited out his teammate, that was nice. He waited till everybody on my team overextended. Look at this. So look at how our tank responds. We get ambushed by Betosky. Instead of the tank initially going up to protect the teammates, to protect the squishies, the tank's first instinct is, I gotta protect myself. He bags behind all the damage dealers and allow us to get focused. Look at this. So look at this. Betosky reveals himself. Watch the tank. He dives. He goes away from everybody. The tankiest, strongest hero, the one who can actually take these hits, he doesn't defend the team. He just runs away to save himself. Then both of the damage dealers got taken out because of that. Like, tanking is so huge, man. Tanking is so huge. Then, as you can see, the tank is still hiding back here. Like, Blink has come in and he's committed to this fight, which, I mean, he shouldn't have done that as well. But the tank is still hiding back. At the point where Blink is going in and engaging with full health, the tank needs to go up there, not hide back. Look at that. He's leaving him to take on people by himself. The tank should be on the front line, by the way. If you don't know how to tank, the tank should be on the front line.
She is still confused about what happened. XT.
Mother, I know you were watching. My ass begs to differ.
I made a mistake right there. I don't think I wasn't trolling at that point. I saw her with low health and I just dove her. I was gonna try to finish that kill. I knew there was a chance she had light form, but yeah. I dove that, then she transformed, so I didn't do the damage to her, and yeah, I got taken out. I think it was at that point I got triggered.
How can a tank deal so much damage?
Look at that synergy.
Absolutely broken.
Lord, resurrect me soon.
Look once again. Once again.
Lord, resurrect me
I go in, the tank sees me.
soon.
He runs and bags up behind me. He runs and bags up behind me. Like, so every single fight, every like when Blink dove in to attack, the tank ran behind him. When I go in to attack, the tank ran behind me. Like everybody who tries to attack the tank hides.
Double kill.
One of the most important things you should learn in order to master any tank is to know when you should keep chasing and when you should play passive and just retreat.
Sin, please watch this video. Please watch this video, Sin. Please.
It's important to know the limits of each hero.
I will not dishonor the name you gave me.
You destroy the turret.
Forefathers, I need my answer.
Yeah, that's when I was trolling at this point. Look at that. All enemies there, no help. No help. I know that there's multiple enemies there. I just die. At this point, I'm diving. Like, I knew it was over at this point. I'm like, I'm just gonna dive. That Gajin was wiping people out, man.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Looks like that we have it.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Thanks.
Alright, so there we have it, man. This was a good video. This was a good tanking video. Honestly, what Betosky does is like just that's standard in North America, especially in Mythical Glory rank. That's pretty standard. But as you can see, my team, he was doing it against a team that was completely unoriented, wasn't working together, and it wasn't his fault that he went up against a trio that was doing random stuff. Like, he just got paired up against another trio. So I mean, that happens, but. Yeah, as you can see, the team made a lot of mistakes, and that's how I got the L. But I've heard a lot of people say they was feeling bad and feeling sorry for me like that. I was reading some of the comments. Listen, I play Mobile Legends for fun sometimes. It's not that big of a deal for me. But I do think that it is important to notice why this was so effective. Because going up against a Mythical Glory team, a team that actually plays Mobile Legends a lot and works together, it would not be this easy for that to happen. It's so easy because, yeah, everybody was just playing like randoms. But yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, y'all.